housekeeping, streaming again, and the YouTube channel is Salem City Hall at Salem City Hall. So we will proceed now with our agenda. We'll start with roll call. Dan, would you lead us?
Dan Lipke, Board of Public Works and Safety.
Bo Zeller, Attorney.
Justin Green, Mayor.
Sally Hadabo, City Clerk Treasurer.
Warren Jones, Board of Public Works and Safety.
We're all present and accounted for, so we do meet a quorum requirement. So please, if you will, board minutes of the prior meeting are on pages 1 and 2.
I will make a motion to accept the minutes of August the 11th, 2025.
I'll say.
Dan makes the motion. Warren seconds. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, we are good there. I'll start in with the mayor's comments. Don't have a whole lot tonight. Just want to share with you, as well as the council here in the next meeting, a few items. Wanted to share with you the progress from one of our new employers that the Redevelopment Commission helped assist. E&H Tubing has made some former announcements in occupying the former Childcraft warehouse building on High Street, and so they have the tubing mill installed and looking to get that tubing mill started and running, and looking to hire and have employees within the month of October. So again, that announcement has been released. I believe the media got that as well, so hopefully that's being shared, and we're very thrilled that E&H Tubing is becoming part of Salem, and how they grow and succeed here with us is something we're all looking forward to. I want to share with you that the last On the Brick series was Baked on the Bricks, and we had a very good turnout that night. A lot of vendors came and sold their bakewares, pies, cookies, and the like, and so we had a really good turnout, very good weather. So we'll look forward to the next one that we put on, so look for those announcements coming and see what we can do next. Board, one thing I wanted to share with you is the BOAC project on their Ready One grant. They had submitted the water line and sewer line extension out to the terminal, and Brandon and Jennifer oversaw some of those details, and so as that grant is closing, the contractor is nearly done, if not done, with just a punch list of items. So that project, again, funded through the state, through the Ready $1 that comes through the federal government. Happy that we were a recipient of those, and the BOAC being a benefactor in that, so it is nearly complete. Also want to talk about Poplar real quick. We've had a little bit of a slowdown there on that CCMG project. One of our utility providers needed some more time to relocate one of those items, and so it's causing a little bit of a delay. Overall, the project's still on schedule, but as soon as they get that worked out in some of the right-of-way and where they want to be in that project, that should pick back up as far as construction. Lastly, hey, we got a big September 20th to be exact, being one of the big days of the month. Salem Speedway is hosting. That's an ARCA race. Tri-Cap is doing Beer on the Bricks. Always proud to let them have their event. Chamber of Commerce is doing their Saturday on the square. We have a bike cruise in and a homecoming parade. So, hey, look at all your calendars, see all the events you want to attend. But hey, September 20th, we got a big day in Salem. So those are just a few items I want to share with you. Reports from departments, please. Brandon, if you'd come up, we'll have our wastewater plant update.
So we don't have a lot to talk about this month. Most of our month has been dedicated to this televising of our sewers. Through July and August, we did get 15,283 feet of sewer mains cambered, and that's a lot because that crawler goes pretty slow.
And how many feet?
15,283.
Wow, okay.
So it's almost 3 miles we've cambered with that. We are still going to be working on that every second we get till the end of the year. On the 5th, we replaced a tap at 108 Bruce Street. It was an old cast iron line that had rotted on the bottom, and she was having issues, so we replaced 50 feet of that with new PVC. On the 8th, one of the directional drilling companies hit one of the force mains. It was under the road, but it was a force main that tied into our force main. It was for the Duke lift station. We didn't even know it was there, but they hit it and we had to dig it up and get that repaired. On the 12th, we did our annual pre-treatment inspection for Kimball's. As always looks fantastic there, never have any issues. On the 19th, we did have a small overflow at the plant. We have 3 mixed liquor pumps and 3 raw pumps coming in. Mixed liquor pumps it up the hill. One of those failed. So the 3 overwhelmed the 2 when the 1 went bad. We had Westlers come in, Marco with Westlers, credible guy, and he changed the programming in there. So if we have a mixed liquor pump fail, it automatically shuts one of the other pumps down, so it'll never do that again. So we had a fail safe in there before, but then they redid the whole plant there, and that was just missed. We got that taken care of now. It should never happen again, so I'm happy to say that. And that was like within the next day or 2, we had that resolved.
Good.
We've got the pump back and installed now, good to go. On the 22nd, we installed a tap for 609 East Hackberry Street. They were sharing a tap with 611, and they had issues, so they just ran a new line out. We connected them, so the 2 houses are separated. The 27th, we did a point repair at the Fairview Trailer Park. There was a bad point repair had been done in the past, and it was allowing rainwater into our sewer lines. And so we did a point repair on that. Then we got done, we concrete capped the whole line that goes through the dry creek bed. That way it's got a good layer of protection on it, so it'll never get damaged or have any more issues again. And that's all I got.
While you're there, Brandon, we also are working through our IFA project on our manhole rehabilitation. And so that contractor is diligently working around town. I guess it looks sporadic, but that's by design because that's by priority list, is that right?
Yes. Yep. They go from the high priority, which is red, to the next level down priority, which is yellow. But yeah, they're starting with all the reds, so it's kind of sporadic, but they're trying to hit the worst ones first.
Yeah, okay. Any questions of Brandon? I have one, please. Okay,
All right,
Thank
you.
okay, Water Department, please, Jennifer.
Right, hello. All the monthly monitoring samples were analyzed and approved for the month of August. Routine preventative maintenance was done on chemical pumps, clarifiers, towers, booster stations. Baston and Logan with water service, they replaced an IP transducer for a filter valve, and a routine inspection was performed on August 6th on overall the filter media, which was flat and there was no evidence of short circuiting or mud balling. And we had the Lake John Hay was treated for algae on the 8th, and we have a follow-up sampling scheduled for the first week of October.
So a lot of routine, but also a lot of some proactive items there as well.
Yes,
And, okay, feel pretty good about where we're at?
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the temperature is starting to subside, so
It is, yeah.
there's some good news. We might have a little bit into this week, but by and large, these 70s and 80s
Yeah.
help.
Absolutely.
Any questions of Jennifer, please? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, okay. Board, if you will, your utility adjustment, please, if you go to page 3 and 4. Would seek motion to approve utility adjustment.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Warren makes the motion to approve.
I'll second that motion.
Dan seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay. unfinished old business, if you will. We had introduced the names and departments who are getting new hires, and our police department and fire department board, if you recall, last month or two. And so tonight we want to recognize and introduce an individual. We'll start with police. That just happens to be how it is on our agenda. Chief Mills, would you come forward and tell us who we're talking to?
Good afternoon. So this is Tacoma Browning. We're happy to have him on board with us. He started already going through some of our 40-hour pre-basic training. We've completed that. He's already scheduled to go to the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy in January, so we've got the ball rolling. And I asked his dad to join us up here. Matt, he is the chief of police in Crothersville. So he's going to help with the swearing-in ceremony with us.
Great. Well, Tacoma, on behalf of the Board of Works, please, they'll chime in as well. Glad to have you. We appreciate all of our policemen, and when we get a chance to have a new hire, we certainly want to welcome you, and appreciate your interest in the city of Salem, working with us and protecting us and serving us. So again, just thanks. Glad you're interested. Chief Mills is a great chief to work with. Obviously, you've got a good connection here with your dad. You know, in a group of chiefs, you know, they're all very well minded and have the wellness of the city and obviously best intentions. So I know you come from good stock, so we're glad to have you.
Thank you, sir. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. Eric, I'll let you proceed and I'll stand with you.
Okay. I, Tacoma Browning,
I, Tacoma Browning,
do solemnly swear and affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
and the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
execute the duties of the office
execute the duties of the office
of a Salem police officer
of a Salem police officer
according to law
according to law
and to the best of my ability,
and to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God. Thank you, sir.
Sign this real quick.
Who all wants photos? Want some more? As soon as he signs, we'll line up here on the bench.
Eric, seal. Okay, let's change gears. Chief Day, please. Tell us who you have. Well,
No, I'd like to say that we've completed our hiring list and we're fully staffed at this point. John Burcham, he was hired last meeting. Currently, unfortunately, tonight, they are finishing up their firefighter 2 skills class, so they couldn't be here. At a later date, we'll go through some swearing-ins and do some promotional type stuff. But we are full staff. Fortunately, the 3 guys that we just recently hired, due to all the retirements that we had recently, all 3 of those guys were able to get into firefighter 1 and 2 class. So after tonight, they'll be fully certified.
great, and that's very important, so I'm glad it fell the way it did. hey, we'll get them back in here another night, that's fine.
Okay.
You bet, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chief. Okay, Board, we'll move the agenda down then to new business. Sally, do we have anything that was omitted?
Nothing that I'm aware of.
Bo, do you have anything?
No, sir.
Okay. Please, if you would, Board, your utility payable voucher on pages 5 through 18.
I'll make a motion to accept the utility payable voucher register of claims.
Dan makes a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Clark seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. Okay, now we'll move to miscellaneous. Cemetery walk. I believe Daniel has sent a very capable replacement. Please, come forward.
Daniel had to be in French like at the same time, so I took over. So I'm here with Washington County Theater, just looking to see if it would be okay for us to do our cemetery walk in Crown Hill Cemetery again this year. I see on the paper it says October 3rd and 4th. It would actually be September 26th and 27th.
I wondered when he told me.
Yeah, that is incorrect. So,
26th and 27th
yes,
of October.
of September.
Of September. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. Okay. Okay, so, yeah, okay, Friday, Saturday, goodness, okay. This has been a number of years, the Washington County Theater has done this, correct?
This is our 10th year.
10,
Yeah.
this is 10, okay,
Yep.
okay.
Yep. So we're doing it a lot.
Great. Chief Mills, real quick, do you have any knowledge of any issue, any worry? Everything goes pretty well, is there anything you'd like to add?
No, it's a great event, and it sounds great here.
Okay. Board, any questions? I think we're fine. They've been very respectful of the cemetery, so thank you.
Yep.
And so just need a motion to approve that date with those corrected 26th and 27th.
I'll make a motion.
Mr. Jones makes the motion to approve 26th and 27th of September for the cemetery walk.
I'll second that
Dan
motion.
seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay. Yes, please.
Thank you guys so much.
You know it. Next is a homecoming parade with the football boosters. They have asked again to do this. Last year was kind of new. They had set up a route in and around Shelby Street, Homer Street, and back around Brady Shrum, and doing a homecoming parade that day at 11 a.m. Again, Chief Mills, I know last year it was a little new to us. I think it went okay. Are you, again, of a mind we should allow this and be all right?
I am, yes.
Okay. Board, I had got the flyer. They could not make tonight, but do request that homecoming parade for September 20th at 11 a.m.
I'll make a motion to proceed with the homecoming parade, September 20th at 11 a.m.
Dan makes the motion.
I'll second.
Clark seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay, and one more. The annual Halloween parade brought to us by Nick Weymouth at Titan Tent and Graphics. He has requested Saturday, October 11th for his planning purposes. That is at 7 p.m., October 11th. A little earlier, but he had reasons to think a conflict might arise later in the month. So I'll ask Chief one more time. October 11th, 7 p.m., that would be a Main Street. He's not changing the route, so from the Washington Center Shopping Center down South Main. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Any thoughts, Board?
Fine with me.
Okay, please seek a motion.
I'll make a motion to accept the Halloween parade.
Motion made by Mr. Jones.
I'll second that motion.
Mr. Lipke seconds. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay, that takes care of a handful of miscellaneous. Sally has the next one, please.
This is a reminder that the October meeting is Tuesday, October the 14th, rather than Monday, October 13th, because that's Columbus Day and we're closed. So the meeting is moved to Tuesday, the 14th.
Times are the same,
Same, yeah.
just the date
Dates
changed.
changed.
Okay. Please, so that reminder, and that takes us to the end of the agenda. Bo, did we omit anything?
No, sir.
Danny?
Not to my knowledge.
Truck?
Nope.
Sally?
All right, and nobody signed up.
Okay, with no comments signed up, we have met the agenda, so we would seek motion to adjourn.
Make a motion for adjournment.
We've adjourned at 5:21. Common Council will reconvene, or actually convene then at 5:30. Thank you. Dan, don't kill the mic. Okay, it is 5:30 on September 8th, 2025. We will call the Common Council meeting to order. Tonight, we will start our meeting with invocation, followed by the pledge. Dan, Roger, please, everybody stand.
All wise and merciful Father that is in heaven, we thank you once again for this day and all the wonderful blessings of life. Lord, we're thankful for the people that are here in attendance tonight. Pray that the things we do here tonight will be in accordance to your holy and divine word and for the betterment of the city of Salem. Lord, we ask you forgive us of all of our many unforgiven sins that we have committed, and in the end, let us walk the streets of gold with you. These favors and all others we ask in Christ's name. Amen.
Please face the flag. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Roger. Couple of items of housekeeping. We are streaming. We are live. The Salem YouTube channel is Salem City Hall at Salem City Hall. So please, our hello and salutations to our people watching at home. So we will start a couple of other items that are not on the agenda. Randy, glad to see you. I understand you had a couple of days rough. Yep. Hope that's past you.
I hope.
Yeah. And certainly keep Randy going and active, and we want him healthy. But on a sad note, we did lose a friend. Marita Jones passed, so we need to keep that family in our prayers and thoughts. And understand that's a time hard to deal with. So anyways, let's start the agenda, council, if we will. Roll call will be first.
Dan Lipke, District 1.
Dylan Moore, District 2. Bo Zeller, Attorney.
Justin Green, Mayor.
Sally Hadabo, City Clerk Treasurer.
Randy Lee, District 4.
Roger Pennington at large.
Okay, we have 4 of 5. Diana is absent, so we do have a quorum. We've met that requirement. So please, Sally, we have advertised a public hearing at 5:30 today, September 8th, for issuance of general obligation bond. It is ordinance 2025-15. So please, we will open the public hearing. Is there anybody in the audience tonight to speak on behalf of issuance of general obligation bonds? Going once, twice, 3 times? Okay, please. Is there anybody in the audience to speak on the opposition of issuance of general obligations bond? Call for once, twice, 3. Hearing none. Okay, council, please, would seek motion to
close the public hearing.
Dylan makes the motion.
I'll second that motion.
Dan seconds. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, Sally, before us, we have 2025-15 of a second read, and that's on pages 1 through 20. And so we have tonight with us Reedy Financial Representative Cole. Please, if you'd come up and take the podium. We had said last meeting we would have conversation, certainly, and how the GOB, as we abbreviate General Obligation Bond, GOB. Cole, tell us from a financial advisor standpoint, what's a GOB in a vanilla overview? Give us some history on how it's applied, who does these things, and the history with Salem. Just kind of give us an overview, if you would.
Yeah, absolutely. For those of you that haven't met me, I'm Cole Fosbrink with Reedy Financial Group. Usually, I think Gary Smith might be the usual name and face you guys work with, but you got me tonight. You know, this GOB is a statewide standard practice for capital funding for local municipalities. It's, you know, with the state only allowing you to grow your levy by 4% on an annual basis, you need to find other ways to fund capital. This is truly statewide. Almost every municipality does this in order to fund things they need, while also keeping a level tax rate, which is how we've structured this for you guys for not only this 2025 issuance, but also for another issuance later in 2028 into the future for additional capital funding. And We've also saw that with 2026 assessed values recently, that there was a considerable amount of growth, about 15% or so, and that can actually will cause the tax rates to drop for 2026 even. So with this issuance, you're not only going to get the funding that you guys need, but you also lower tax rates come 2026, and also set yourself up for the future capital funding that you'll need as well. But that's kind of the synopsis of this issuance for you guys.
Tell us again, the city of Salem entered these discussions 3+ years ago. And so that adoption was when, in 22? Is that right, Sally?
Right.
Okay. So that's our history. We've done that, and so tell us that those are termed, in other words.
Yeah, so it's just, the original thing was to kind of do a 3-year rotating capital bond that you guys had started back then. Since then, Senate Bill 1 has happened. We've made a minor adjustment to the GOB terms, where you'll have one issued this year, one issued 2028, kind of more heavy loaded on the front side and less on the back to kind of get around the new Senate Bill 1 changes that have happened with the cool down period for GOBs that are of a 5-year term or less. But this is something you guys have started, and like I said, it's a standard practice to be on a rotating GOB issuance to help fund things you guys need.
And when you say standard practice, certainly it's not cookie cutter, but this is not just municipal. This is county level, school level,
Yes.
a taxing unit that has that authority.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay. And so what Reedy Financial has done, you were able to, in 2022, as well as this projected GOB, is to say, look, you city, look at your capital expenditures this way, and that negates draining or watering down maybe the general fund, the budget of the general fund. And so it's kind of that marrying up, if you will, to make you whole. Mm-hmm. It's that gap. Is that a good way of saying it? You know, that furthers keeping things level.
Yep, this is a great way to keep the tax rate level and fund the things you need that otherwise wouldn't have had a funding source. So, yes.
And to your point, and SEA 1 is something we have been debating and know that it's coming our way as well. We certainly are cognizant of some, lesser numbers in calendar year 27 and 28. And so there's things we're going to have to navigate in the next few years. But this obviously is focused on, hey, we got to think about adopting a budget for 2026 and what parts go into that budget, this being one of them. Bo, what can you add here, please? Cole's done a very good job giving us the high points. Is there something that you want to add from that side?
Yeah, I'll just provide a little insight on the legal process. So you obviously already met and had a reading. We noticed 2 public hearings, one which we just conducted. The next one up is the additional appropriation. If both ordinances pass tonight, the next thing would be we would publish notice of preliminary determination to issue bonds in the newspaper. It's published twice. There are no more public hearings, but after that, we would work on bond sale and bond closing if it passed.
Okay. Sally, it's your turn. Again, going back in history, so from 2022 through this calendar year, can you say, council, this is what I saw, this is how I viewed it working, and this kind of the overview of how that went?
Oh, of course, there's things that we would never been able to have afforded if we hadn't had the GOB bond. And there would have been deficiencies, that the city would have had that we couldn't have taken care of. So, yes.
And that plays in our favor because of our high circuit breaker rate.
Correct.
And so, again, the folks at Reedy Financial, Frost Brown Todd, have made comment about that over the years that, because we're already not receiving a fair amount, this is another gap, if you will, in making that work. So, okay, please, council, do you have questions of Cole?
Cole, I know it probably says in here, is this set up as a 3 or a 5 year?
It's actually a 6-year.
A 6 year, okay.
And so we won't revisit this as a board for a while.
We do have the issuance planned in 2028.
28.
Right, I'm sorry, but the overall window, I guess what I'm trying to say is 6, okay.
So it's a 6-year repayment? What's the so a 6-year repayment?
Yes.
1.5.
1.25 for this one.
Yeah, and Councilman, just to clarify, you know, the bond ordinance says 1.5. That's just like a max parameter in case there's like unforeseen costs that pop up.
So that's the max that we can.
That's the absolute max.
Yep.
I forgot that, Roger, yeah, sorry, forgot that. Sally, any questions of Cole yourself?
No.
Okay.
I mean, we worked with it for 3 years, so, yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay, Dan,
I'm good.
Randy, Roger? Good. Anything else you want to add, Bo?
No, sir.
Okay, again, so now, this is second read. This is where now we do have, action item. So please, Sally has, teed this up. Ordinance 2025-15 is the issuance of GOB, general obligation bonds. This would be our next one, as the city has done the first one before. Would seek motion to approve.
Make a motion to accept ordinance 2025-15.
I'll second.
Dan makes the motion. Dylan seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Okay, Bo, please tell us in this instance, I think Sally and I have got those parameters before, but just remind us in this scenario.
Yeah, so pursuant to 36-4-6-8 of the Indiana Code, it only applies to third-class cities, but the city executive will preside at all meetings and may vote only in order to break a tie, which I believe we have here, 2 and 2.
Okay. Sally, then for your minutes, I vote aye in favor. So that will go then 3-2.
Yep.
Okay, please, Cole, just hang tight. We may have a follow-up question. Public hearing advertised at 5:30 here in the council chambers for general obligation bond additional appropriation. That's on page 21 through 23, ordinance 2025-16-16. Is there anybody in the audience to speak on the additional appropriation? 1, 2, 3. Is there anybody in the audience tonight to speak against the general obligation bond additional appropriation? 1, 2, 3. Okay, hearing none, council would seek motion to close public hearing.
Make a motion to close public hearing.
Dylan makes motion.
I'll second that motion.
Dan seconds. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, pages 21 through 23. Bo, Sally, who wants to take that?
Sure, I can. So anytime you issue bonds, particularly property tax bonds, you have to appropriate the proceeds. That's what this is, kind of standard additional appropriation process, public hearing for bond proceeds. So
Okay.
fairly short ordinance.
Okay, so that's kind of part and parcel, if you will. Cole, anything to add to that?
Nope.
Okay. Hearing that and knowing that, certainly, council, let's proceed. Ordinance 2025-16 would seek motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve ordinance 2025-16.
Dylan makes the motion to approve.
I'll second that motion.
Dan seconds. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Okay. Bo, would you give the statute again?
Yeah.
That's
Pursuant.
okay,
Yep.
if you don't have it.
Yeah, pursuant to 36-4-6-8, it only applies to third-class cities, but the city executive will preside at the meetings and may only vote in order to break a tie, again,
Okay.
which we have here.
Sally, for your record, I vote aye. in favor of 2025-16, giving you a 3-2 vote. Okay. Okay, please. Thank you, Cole.
Thank you guys. Nice to meet you all.
Grab a seat in case there's a follow-up that I forgot. Goodness, we'll move on. The agenda, please. Public hearing, 2026 budget. Again, advertised at 5:30 today in the council chambers here in City Hall. Would open that up. Is there anybody in the audience tonight to speak on behalf of the advertised proposed 2026 budget? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Is there anybody in the audience tonight to speak in opposition of the proposed 2026 budget? 1, 2, 3. Okay, hearing none. Council, please, would seek motion to close public hearing.
I'll make a motion to close public hearing.
Roger makes a motion.
I'll second.
Dylan seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, before you, page 24 and 25, Sally has got you the notice to taxpayers form, and in that, Sally, tell us what we're looking at.
We're looking at each fund that is required to have a budget set. And this is one that is prepared with the help of Reedy Financial. There are very little increases in it, except for salaries. And we did opt to do a 3% increase in salaries.
Sally, with that, let's put a pin there. And so with forecasting, that's a big part of our jobs here, council, and you know that, goodness. But we need to make sure that what we do year in and year out is sustainable. And I've preached that, Sally's preached that. Reedy Financial has echoed that, our legal help. So, you know, things we do, we have to sustain, and we've got to make sure they make sense. And moving forward, because obviously budgets are annual, and so things do change. We are very familiar with some of the tax credits that are coming that are applied in the 26 revenue stream. And so in doing that, Reedy Financial knew those numbers. DLGF provided those numbers. These have been vetted. Sally has double-checked. And so with that condition, there are 2 checks, if you will, 2 approvals that this does look doable. This is more than looks. It is doable at a 3%. And now that is excluding, gang, that's excluding us. So elected officials know this is not the 7 of us, but our standard employee, yes, this is reflective, and that's Sally's point. Otherwise, this is pretty much a rinse and repeat budget, is that right?
Correct, except for insurance, and insurance always goes up, so, yeah.
And that's the environment that insurance does, so we're not too surprised there. Okay.
I have one question
Please.
there. So obviously we kind of know the discussion point that the county had last year about public safety and their raises and things like that. You know, they kind of left it as this year. They were kind of open in the air. Obviously they're not finished with their budget hearings yet. We kind of don't know what their side of the fence is going to look like as far as what public safety raises are going to look like and things like that. Is public safety an item that we can bring back up in the future?
Sally's right. I'm going to expand on Sally's thought process. So when I say sustainable, Reedy Financial, the likes of Frost Brown Todd, knowing what our cut is on SEA 1, those are things that I think we'll need to really wait and see what the General Assembly does in this session. I don't have the crystal ball, guys. I think there's going to be more property tax discussion happen. Does that mean there's some amendments? Does that mean there's some date changes? Those may be the reality of what happens in the General Assembly in the 26th session. Dylan, to your point, I think it behooves us to be diligent and let's see let's stomach the 3%. I think that makes sense today. Council, ultimately your decision. I think that makes sense today, and then you're right. If we have better understanding of what the session holds when they recess, and then we may have to look at what we're doing in 27 a little differently. Does that mean a change? You bet. And so I don't want to steal your thunder. I think you're on the right track, thinking we need to be mindful that we're not necessarily done with our benefit package. But I think this year we might need to take that wait and see approach.
Yeah, I agree with you on that for sure, but the only thing that we really, really need to be mindful of is, and we don't know what their budget's gonna look like. We don't know. I mean, we know SCA one's gonna hurt them as well as it's gonna hurt us. But with their talks last year, leading up to this year, there could be a big disparaging number between what we're paying our city police department and what the county's making, and that could open us up for a lot more of what's gonna happen. County's hiring. So we need to be very, very, very mindful of that moving forward, is all I'm trying to say.
Point taken.
We don't know what the county's gonna do yet. We don't. They haven't finished their budgets, they haven't announced anything.
Well, the
But
only thing-
from their previous
Well,
talks,
the only thing I'll say is that the large pay increase didn't keep officers from leaving the county. I thought that was the cure, just throw more money.
I mean, it's definitely helped.
I mean, they're still short, you know. If we get into the bidding war, we know we're never gonna be able to compete.
Very true.
I mean, there has to be a point where we do what we can do. You know, we focus on our entire benefits package, as you just said, Mr. Mayor, which I think is,
I mean, we know,
Pretty darn
and
good.
I'll say it in public, I mean, we all know this. Our insurance blows the county's insurance out of the water. Our retirement blows the county's out of the water, in my opinion. So we have some good, strong benefits to
and
hold on
that's
to
not to say
of that thing.
That's not to say that we won't entertain something for public safety at some point, but it's all based upon how much money that we have to
Absolutely.
work with, you know.
But we just need to be mindful of it.
Both points are spot on. I think you both make excellent points that we might even have discussion mid-year in 26.
But I will agree with what Dylan said. I thought, last year, didn't we make some salary adjustments in the middle of the year?
We did.
So,
Yeah.
we did.
We did.
So I think we did it last year, means we would be able to do it again, I would think. I don't know how we would have skirted around that last year.
Agreed.
Or maybe I don't know.
And this is, to that point, I think we need to,
We have set a precedent.
Depends on what the fund has in it.
Okay, yeah, all right, okay.
okay, please, any questions to Cole on behalf of Reedy? Any questions of Bo to Frost Brown Todd? Councils, if not, again, this is Sally. We have a series, this being first tonight.
First tonight.
Okay, so would seek motion to approve 2026 budget as presented.
I'll make a motion to accept the 2026 budget as presented.
Dan makes the motion to approve.
I'll second.
Roger seconds. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay. Sally, we see this again September, October.
October. That's-
Mayor, I had one question.
Oh.
As somebody who is charged to sit here and have to actually go over this budget and we have to approve it, I would ask that, could we change the budget process next year to be more in line with the counties and maybe have budget hearings? I would like to, as an elected city councilman, be able to sit in on some of these discussions that have been had, because this budget is presented to me tonight, and I've not been involved in the budget process, and I'm expected to vote on something, which is very important. It's to keep city government alive, and I've not talked to one department head. I've not talked to one supervisor. I have no idea if there were cuts, if there were any additions. I just would like to see the process changed, if it's something that we
Well,
could consider.
I have no
I know it's
qualms.
never been done that way, but that doesn't mean that it can't be done that way. I really like the way the county does theirs, where, department if you're a department head, you come in, you present your budget, you talk about things that have worked well, things that you might want to add, and then as an elected councilman, I can ask questions of that department head.
Well, and you're right, and, that door's always been open. Goodness, I've expressed that to all the council numerous times. Please, we have those conversations almost daily, and so you're always welcome. You're always welcome, and I invite you to come more often. Moving forward, you're right, in a budget that might change. These last two, quite frankly, have had very little, if
I know
any.
there's not been many, but I still think it would be.
I have no problem with that information, and again, so we can certainly look at a hybrid approach. I have no qualms with that, you bet.
Just something that I think we might consider next year.
Sure.
If the council would feel so inclined to do so. And
And to your point, Mr. Pennington, that is, Roger, gosh, again, I don't want to be the gloom and doom. We've got to realize what we're dealing with, and so as things are changing at the state, and you nailed it last month. I mean, we've got some things that are being forced upon us, and so this may be the time where we have to take a hybrid approach, because I will just tell you, I think Sally will have the task of moving some things out of Common Council. I think she's going to have the task of refiguring public safety dollars, and that's going to, quite frankly, get interesting. Well said, well said. Okay, thank you. So we've got, that'll be on the October agenda. Okay. Council, we have got through our public hearings, so let's move to the agenda items. Please, minutes of the last meeting are on pages 26 and 27.
can we do them both together, or do you need separate motions?
Your pleasure.
I make a motion that we approve both of the presented minutes as presented.
Roger makes a combination vote to approve. Randy seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Okay. We will move to the mayor's comments. I shared with the Board of Works a couple of items, and council want to share with you in the same fashion. E&H Tubing had us do their local press release for the announcement and occupying the warehouse building of the Childcraft location. And so in their announcement, they have got the tube mill set up, soon to be running steel pipe. They hope to have employees hired and actually start producing pipe in the month of October. So they are very excited. The press release went out to all the appropriate agencies, and certainly I hope you saw it. They're excited. I got to see the owner again out of Chicago, and so they're really happy to be here and look forward to making that a new home for them. So again, welcome E&H Tubing, and let's support them and have a good employer here. Shared with them at the Board of Works, the Baked on the Bricks was the last on the brick activity. We had several baked vendor items, so cookies, pies, breads, and the like. And so we had great weather that night, large crowd, a lot of them sold out. And so that was a neat way to promote some of our local artisans. I also want to talk about the BOAC, the Board of Aviation Commissioners, and their Ready One grant that they did receive. That grant's winding down. Sally has exhausted, I think now, all the funds that was awarded, and that was a water and wastewater line extension down Beeline Road to get to the terminal. And so as new as that house was, it's still on well water. And so at any rate, that was a well-needed project. Our friend John Mead, sadly, John started that application, and so we have taken over in his absence, goodness. But anyway, so that is nearly done. There's a punch list, but that's a nice addition to the airport terminal. Poplar Street, I just want to share with you real quick. There's been a little slowdown there, waiting on a energy supplier, one of our vendors, one of our utility companies. They were having some trouble with some conduit and laying some of that underneath in a bore apparatus. So they're back on the site figuring out what they want to do and change that up. So as soon as they get done figuring out their needs, we'll get back with our crew and move on. Lastly, just say, hey, September 20th is a big night. If you heard, we have a couple of things, the homecoming parade during the day being one of them. The Chamber's doing their event during the day. Tri-Cap is that night. So big night here in the city as well. Salem Speedway has ARCA. So, hey, we're going to have a lot of activity. You can't be bored on that day. Okay, please, let's get back to the agenda then. Reports from departments, the financial statement on page 29 through 35. Sally, what do you have to add?
Nothing.
Okay. And 35, yeah. Okay, would seek motion to approve financial statement.
So moved.
Roger makes the motion.
Well, I'll second that motion.
Dan seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Your senior center report, page 36 and 7. Naomi has attached. Again, she has got plenty of activity. Unfinished and old, you did see our welcoming of the 2 new hires. Chief Mills had his new hire in the Board of Works. Sorry if you missed it just slightly there. We had a mid-meeting. Tacoma Browning. I have to think about the, Tacoma is a very nice gentleman, young gentleman that has agreed to be a new police officer. And Chief Day, John, yes, I want to say Josh, John Burcham. And so we've got those new hires we recognized at the Board of Works. So we welcome both those gentlemen. New business, I think we've covered what we needed to tonight. Please then, council, if you'll take next, the page 38 and 69 is your accounts payable of claims.
Make a motion to accept the general accounts payable vouchers register of claims.
Dan makes the motion to approve claims as presented.
I'll second.
Randy seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, next one is Sally's, please.
Next meeting should have been scheduled for October 13th, but that is Columbus Day, so we're closed. It's a holiday, so our meeting will be on Tuesday, the 14th. Same time, just Tuesday, the 14th.
Okay. Lastly, we got another bump. The girls softball could not make tonight. So, October. October.
I have one other item too.
Oh, please,
Not
please.
to hold us up.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about budget deficits and lack of revenue, and we know what the Senate and House bill has done to us, I would like us to consider, and I know that this is being talked at the state level, you probably have already heard these discussions, Mr. Mayor, about moving city elections to even number years. And I know that that will save us around, I don't know, I talked to Stephanie, around 40. She said it's something that's very doable. She actually was very, supportive of the idea of us getting off of an odd year onto an even year.
Roger, you bring up a good point. General Assembly did make a provision now that, to your point, you're spot on, and it's in a Class 3 city, there's certain guidelines, and certainly Frost Brown Todd would walk us through it, and it's a process, and it would be all, or for us, so all 7 of us, in other words, so, council, you 5, and then the mayor and the clerk. The odd year is one of those things that hit a lot of opposition. It actually hit, and Mark and Bo could speak to this, it actually was a filed bill this year to actually permanently move city municipal elections. And I will tell you, funny enough, there was some mayors opposed it. And it actually stopped short of being new law because of that. Provision, though, is still there.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have the ability to create an ordinance that would allow us to do that, but I'm excited about the potential spike in voter turnout.
You know, there's a lot of argument, you're right.
I mean,
And so,
if city offices are on the same year as the sheriff's election, for example, or a county clerk or an auditor, I think your turnout is gonna be much, much higher, and that's what we all want. Obviously, we want more people to participate as, as we can get. And it's one less year of, having to print ballots. I mean, there's a lot of things that make a lot of sense about it.
well, I'll add to it, you're right. There's also some voter confusion. You know, you run that risk, we run that risk now of folks not knowing what cycle. And it sometimes could eliminate some of that confusion.
It's something that I've just thought about,
It's worth investigating.
yeah, and, you know, when I called Stephanie, I was kind of surprised, but she was very supportive and said she didn't really understand why we hadn't done that before. Obviously, she doesn't have a dog in the fight, other than she would have one year where there would be no election, it's gonna save the county money for having to, it would save the city and the county
Yeah,
money.
yes. Well, okay, Roger, and nothing is level or flat, that price could even go up. So, you know, even from a planning and a budgetary standpoint, who knows, we might be costing ourselves more money down the road as well.
And I know obviously time constraints would come into play now, but she said that as long as that decision was made before the filing dates
Yeah.
in 2026, we would be okay.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
which I know we don't have a full council here tonight, and I'm not asking for action
No,
tonight.
but I think, and we've had those discussions too, you're not wrong. And I don't know, have you had, Bo, from your other clients, this conversation is certainly not special to Salem. Have any of them else from a municipal level talked about it?
Not recently, but I imagine those conversations will come up as people start looking at their budget over the next few years with Senate Bill 1, as they start to see a clearer picture of dollars and cents, but there's not been any discussion with any of our clients on this yet.
Now, to your point, General Assembly might take it back up.
I see nothing negative other than we're giving up a year. That's really it, but I don't think that's a negative. I think that's just what we do as public servants, when we feel like that we can save money and not really affect anything in a negative way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know we don't want to take any action, obviously, because we don't have a full council here tonight, but would it behoove us to let Bo and Jake do some research on that and get back to us at our October meeting and, you know, share what they have found and what our procedures would need to look like?
We have an election law lawyer up in Indianapolis that would likely work on this, probably already knows the process, so we could put together a timetable and checklist of what that would look like if that was desired.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, if that's it, Sally, please, would seek motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Dell makes a motion, 6:09.